Hey everybody, how's it going? Randy here with Nerds Templar, and it is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. It is finally time for the league playoffs. 16 fighters remain, 4 from every division: the green, the red, the blue, the yellow. And before we get into that, let's take a brief look at those we lost along the way. There's quite a bit of them. We'll start at the bottom. There were three ranked 13s. We have our bottom of the bottom, 8 and 12 Corrin, didn't quite make it in the green. Other 13th places, red divisions, Young Link and Ice Climbers in the yellow, both 9 and 11. And we got our 12s, every rank 12 out of it. All of them were 9 and 11, Zelda, Little Mac, Inkling, and Joker. The rank 11s, same exact thing, Marth, Villager, Wario, and Game & Watch all out of it. And we have our rank 10s, but they're not all the same record. We have 2 more 9 and 11 rank 10s, Kirby and Richter, Kirby red, Richter yellow. We have Link 10 and 10. He was number 10, but he was 10 and 10 in the green there. 10 and 10, number 9, Mario in the red. Then we have our 11 and 9, number 10. So the best of the rank 10s, 11 and 9, Meta Knight in the blue. And then we have our other rank 9s, 11 and 9s, all of them, Ike, Ness, and Bowser Jr. So Mario, they're in the red, a little worse than the other rank 9s. But that's all of them. There's in all of the rank 9 to 13, which is the ones moving on to a new division next season. Only one of them made it into the playoffs, which we'll talk about later. You may have noticed there was only 3 13 ranks, not 4. So very interesting. And then anyway, so that's the bottom of the bottom. Kind of expected to lose, but still. Then our next would be the rank 5 to rank 8 spots. So like the after the first round, expecting those guys to all win, then you'd have like the bottom half and the top half of the top 8. And so the bottom half of the top 8, we have our rank 8s, of course. Isabelle 11 and 9, Mega Man 11 and 9, and there are only 3 rank 8s. But before them, there's also an 11 and 9 7th rank. Dr. Mario in the red, Mega Man is green, Isabelle was yellow. Cloud, also he's the other rank 8 there, 12 and 8, so he did better than the others. Blue division, rank 7, 12 and 8. Wolf, green division there, and there's only one other rank 7. We already mentioned Dr. Mario. Now, of course, we're getting into players that are actually in ranks that are actually in the playoffs still, right? And then we hit rank 5. There's 3 of them. 12 and 8. Olimar is the lowest, 12 and 8 in the yellow. 14 and 6. Then, actually, number 6. Still talking about one of them. Actually, only one number 6, and it's Piranha Plant. 14 and 6, the only number 6 that's out. And then we have number 5, the second of 3 number 5s, green division, along with Piranha Plant in the green division, Crom 14 and 6. Snake, the last rank 5, 14 and 6 in the blue. And so quite a few of those guys got in. The favorites would be rank 4 and above. And so, yes, there are a lot. There's, in fact, 8 out of 17 top 8s are actually in the top 4. And again, these are the ones eliminated already from the playoffs. So crazy. Our rank 4s, 3 of our rank 4s went down. 14 and 6 Min Min in the yellow, 14 and 6 Terry in the red, and the 15 and 5 Banjo in the blue. Our rank 3s, 3 rank 3s went down. That would be our 14 and 6 Ridley in the yellow, Steve 15 and 5 in the blue, and K Roll 15 and 5 in the red. And after that, all the rank 2s actually made it in. 2 of the first rank fighters lost. Byleth in the red at 16 and 4, and Ganondorf in the blue at 16 and 4. So that's everybody who's eliminated right now. Crazy. Byleth and Ganondorf definitely should have been in. K Roll, Steve should have had a great chance in rank 3. Banjo should have had a good chance at rank 4 even. Ridley rank 3, Terry at rank 4, Min Min rank 4. They should have all had a better chance than most other fighters, but here they are, already eliminated. And that leaves us with 16 fighters left vying for that title. We've got from rank 1 to 16, we got number 1 Bowser, 18 and 2 in the green, number 1 in the green. Number 2 is Incineroar, 16 and 4, number 1 in the yellow. 3, third place. Kazuya, 16 and 4, number 2 in the green. 4th is Donkey Kong, 16 and 4, and number 2 in the red. 5th, DDD, 16 and 4, number 3 in the green. 6th is Sword Fighter, 15 and 5, 2 in the blue, or 2 in the yellow. Then we got 7th Sora, 15 and 5, 2 in the blue. 8th place, Me Gunner, 15 and 5, the last of the green division, the 4th of the green division, already all in the top 8. 4th place, Gunner. And we got 9th, Pyra and Mithra, 14 and 6, 5th place in the red. 10th is Captain Falcon, 14 and 6, finalist, just like King DDD last season. 6th place in the blue this season. 11th is Hero, 12 and 8, 6th in the red. 12 is Sephiroth, 12 and 8, 6th in the yellow. 13th, we got Robin, 12 and 8, 7th in the yellow. 14th is Roy, 12 and 8, and 7th in the blue. And our last two, 15th place, Simon, 10 and 10, 8th place in the red. In that crazy, crazy upsetter, 2 huge upsets against Banjo and Ganon. The 13th place, Palutena, 9 and 11. 13th place in the blue, of course. She's 16th now in the seeding for the league playoffs, but she is here. She's the only one in the moving middle that made it in. That's below the bottom, below the top 8. Crazy. The last place, number 13th, the last place that can make it in the blue, and she's here. So what we have, we're going to start with our one. It's going to be our seed 1 versus 16, seed 2 versus 15, 3 versus 14, and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to play 1 versus 16, Bowser taking on Palutena. Then we're going to go to 8 versus 9 to see who the winner of that plays, which is either Me Gunner or Pyra and Mithra. Then we go to 4 versus 13, Dr. DK versus Robin. Then 5 versus 12, DDD against Sephiroth. 3 versus 14s after that, Kazuya versus Roy. And then we have 6 versus 11, Sword Fighter against Hero. And again, the winners of those two will fight. And then finally, the last two, 2 versus 15, Incineroar versus Simon. And then the 7 versus 10, Sora taking on Captain Falcon. And the winners of those two will fight. And that is the only match, that final one, 7 and 10, Sora versus Captain Falcon, the only one that's a division matchup. And Captain Falcon won that one, interestingly enough. So not a really big difference in, I mean, there's kind of a difference in record. Actually, I take it back, not really. There's only a one match difference. 15 and 5 Sora, 14 and 6 Captain Falcon. So those are the 8 matches for today. Let us begin. Okay, we begin again with Bowser versus Palutena. Number 1 versus number 16. Should it be just a big, easy win for Bowser, get that out of the way, and move on to other things? We shall see. Because again, there's a reason Palutena's here, and it's because she had 2 huge victories. Ganondorf, almost as tough probably as Bowser, right, when it all comes down to it. But when Bowser gets a Super Mushroom and you get a Poison Mushroom to begin things, it's not great. It's not great. She's got another one. She's back to normal finally. 100% on her. 23 on Bowser. Really bad start. She's getting some nice shots off though. Those ranged attacks, nice ranged attacks. Beautiful. 66 now on Bowser all of a sudden. And then one more nice grab and throw. She's actually dodging all kinds of stuff now. Almost bringing it back to even here. Wow. Great job, Palutena. What is happening with Palutena right now? All of a sudden, she's just playing hard. Look at this. Oh man, Bowser, you're lucky you didn't back up. Or that she just didn't hit that. 106 all right now. Palutena, Super Mushroom wears off. All tied up. Same size. Oh, down goes Palutena, about 129 or more. Got Bowser 118, easy. Should be easy enough to get him out to tie it up. Don't take too much damage. Bowser 18 and 2, of course, should be. It should just be a win. 18 and 2 versus 9 and 11. But you just never know. You just never know. He grabs a Poison Mushroom. Palutena needs to take advantage of that. 129 on his first. Misses the up A. Really need that. The Super Mushroom only brings it back to normal. Bowser, that is. So that helps her out a bit. Knocked off the stage. Bowser coming back again, though. 147. He is not going anywhere, and this is really bad for Palutena now at 100%. Poison Mushroom on Bowser. She still cannot get the knockout. Nice dodge by Bowser there. 155. He's back to normal size. Dodges a bunch of projectiles. He's got another Poison Mushroom. But still, he's still in at 105 on Palutena. He should have this one. Super Mushroom back to normal for Bowser. Gets another knockout on Palutena. He's like, thank you all for making this first round so easy for me. Giving me such an easy fighter to start off with. The winner's going to be up against either Me Gunner or Pyra and Mithra. That's number 8 and number 9 there. The reason being that's the best chance for the number 1 fighter to fight the easiest fighter, because if all went, if all goes the right way, and all the favorites win, then next round the number 1, if the number 1 would win, yes, then the number 1 would have still the easiest match against either 8 or 9. And should be the case right now, but wow, 116 on Bowser. Palutena doing big things again, and she's actually brought this one right back. Nice block by Bowser. It's just probably saved him there. But he's only safe for a little bit, and now Palutena just brought it back to even. 29 on her Poison Mushroom. Bowser grabs it. Are you kidding me right now? Palutena just brought this back to even. Percent and everything. Bowser back to normal. Palutena already has a bunny hood, can't grab the one that's down there. Bowser grabs it. 45 to 55, Bowser still with the lead, and that's all he needs. Super Mushroom on Bowser. Look out, Palutena. That is going to do it if he gets one hit. And it's so easy to get a hit when you take up the entire stage, and that's going to do it. Palutena so close. Could you imagine if she made a run the whole way to the quarterfinals? 9 and 11, rank 13. That would have been ridiculous, but Bowser is able to take her down, and luckily he moves on this time. He did, I guess, last season as well. He did win one to get to this point. The quarterfinals, that is. So we'll see if he can continue that. He's won 2 now, technically, in the playoffs here. He had his bye. He had his victory over Little Mac. Another 9 and 11 there, of course. And now another good win, and that's going to put him in the quarterfinals. It's, of course, going to keep him at that top rank, number 1. And he is going to be either, again, up against Gunner or Pyra and Mithra. We're going to find out right now. Here they are, and again, we got everyone sporting their secondary skins, their first choice of their division color. Green division, Me Gunner. Red division, Pyra and Mithra. And this is the close one, 15 and 5 Me Gunner, 4th place in the green. Pyra and Mithra were 5th in the red, 14 and 6. So very close. So they were Pyra and Mithra were up at the very top for a while. Me Gunner held his own in the top 5, even a couple times in the top 3 in the green. Both very commendable fighters this season. Only one can move on. Me Gunner charging up that attack. It's I don't know if Pyra sort of dodged some of that or what, but yeah, it was just because she didn't have too much percent. She was knocked off pretty far, but not due to percent apparently. 92 to 69. Pyra comes out. Super Mushroom for Pyra. They got the advantage. Ew, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. Super Mushroom, Fiery Sword attack, and Pyra and Mithra 81 on their first. They take a nice lead on this, again, closest matchup we can have here. The next closest, the 7 versus 10, Sora versus Captain. That's only a 1 match difference as well. And again, that's a blue division, and the underdog, Captain Falcon, already won that matchup in their division. So that's going to be a fantastic way to end things. Again, I keep saying because it's just so true. Me Gunner gets the knockout, but he's still dealing with trying to get back to the ledge now. 65. Pyra is out. Still. Me Gunner grabs the Super Mushroom. Mithra comes out. The speedier of the two. Pyra packs a little more punch with that Fiery Sword. Either way, you got Bowser next, so good luck. If Gunner wins, then that's a divisional matchup, Bowser versus Gunner, green division. One of the 4 blue eliminated. Great job though, Palutena. I mean, that's just fantastic to get this far, 13th rank. She barely made the playoffs, by the way. She was, in fact, before the last set, she wasn't even in the moving middle. She was 6th to last place. Just did just enough with everyone else losing to get in that 13th spot, to get into the playoffs, to win 2 matches, to get to the league playoffs. That was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's going to do well for her next season. I'm sure it's going to bode well for her in the yellow. Pyra and Mythra do get the knockout. They're retaining about the same lead. Super size help there again for them. 69, Pyra, second stop. Nice attack on me, Gunner. 23% already on his last. It's looking really good for the red division, Pyra and Mythra here. Don't count that red division out just yet. My friends, I've been counting them out pretty much all season. I've been ranking them, tentatively ranking them, green division, blue division, yellow, and then red, in order of best to worst, sort of. They all have great fighters, of course. Pyra and Mythra being one of those in the red, but I think they're proving themselves here head to head with the green. Maybe. Just maybe. Go. Nice attack on Gunner again. It's 82 to 86. Pyra and Mythra with an extra stock. Almost get the knockout right there. Supersized mushroom. I don't know what exactly she's doing there. She should have just tried to charge up an attack on the side. She's gonna still not get it. 122%. Mushroom wears off. Grabs a poison mushroom. 122 to 96. Mythra, then Pyra again. And not quite knocked out, but almost. Now that's gonna do it. One more attack, even back to normal. Supersized mushroom for me, Gunner. Can he bring it back? 133 on him right now. He was able to remain on the stage enough time to give himself a shot. A couple mushrooms in his favor, and this could be his game. Just maybe. Or if Pyra and Mythra do something crazy. Pyra and or Mythra. He dodges the fiery sword. That was huge. That would definitely have taken him out at 135. He gets a super mushroom. 56 on Pyra. This is it. 79. Mythra comes out. Poison mushroom. Mythra grabs the poison mushroom. Blocks the attack. How much more can you do though? 79, 83. Mythra still out. 143 on Gunner. Launches her the wrong way. 91 to 143. Back to normal size. Mythra gets the launch. Pyra comes out. Tries to track down that super mushroom. Can't do it. Me, Gunner, knocked too far away though by Mythra. And that is going to do it. Mythra and Pyra get the win there. Mythra does get the final knockout. This time allowing herself to get on the victory screen instead of Pyra. What an amazing match. Me, Gunner, so close to bringing it back. That was as down to the wire as it could possibly get. One little tiny hit away with that super mushroom. And it was all over. If Mythra was launched the other direction on that last hit, it could have been over. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mythra and Pyra and Mythra are going to move on. 14 and 6. Again, going to drop the number 5 from the red, going to drop that number 4 from the green out of the playoffs. And he was 15 and 5, one match better. So a great showing from these two. Again, after they were sort of lagging behind at the end of the season last season, this season, the end of the season in the regular season this season. Coming back strong here with some big wins, not just here, but again, a big win over Terry in the second round of their own divisional playoffs. And now, obviously a big one here. And that's going to knock out one of the green division, and that's going to make it Bowser in the green versus Pyra and Mythra in the red. Good luck, Pyra and Mythra. Maybe you could do it. Maybe you'll fare a little better than Palutena. All right, our next set of 2 matches starts with the 4 and 13. We're starting off of the 2 matches of each. We're starting off with the bigger difference. So 4 versus 13 here. Donkey Kong, number 4, number 2 in the red. 16 and 4. Just incredible. Robin, she was up and down a little bit. She was pretty much just trying to hang in the top 8. She had some times where she was a bit higher there, but mostly just about the bottom of the top 8, about six through 8, you know, or 5 through 8, ending up number 7 in the yellow, obviously, as you can see. But yeah, it was fine. 7 in the yellow, 12 and 8, good enough record to be here. And again, all that matters is that you win once you get to the playoffs, and that is exactly what she's done. She beat Richter in her first match, which of course was she would have been the favorite there, being in the top 8. But then she was not a favorite, obviously, in the next match, being number 7. She actually had to take on number 3 Ridley. Very tough match. In fact, one she already won in the head-to-head in the regular season against him. But still, doesn't make it that much easier. So she was able to take him down, earning her spot here in another tough one, obviously. And ooh, man, she hung in there for a while. 81 on DK, but 126 or so, and she's gonna be knocked out first. The Super Mushroom may be saving Donkey Kong from being knocked out there and having Robin tie it up. She dodges the big hand clap, the ginormous one, because he was supersized still. Remain at 28%, 123 on DK. If she could just non-poison mushroom get a hit like that again, maybe she has a chance of getting a knockout. She needs to get back to normal size. There we go. 130 to 36. Seen some huge hits from her before. And she's trying to get something on the edge. Looked like a downward strike, trying to knock him downward. That's going to work there, though, off to the side. Kind of brings it back. 44, 54, 66 now on Robin, though. 80 off the side of the stage with that one, and DK is going to eliminate her just like that and take a big lead here. Oh boy. First yellow division fighter to go so far. This is the only division we haven't seen yet, the yellow. Gonna be there are 2 yellow fighters here. The way things fell, so it's possible that we have Robin versus Sephiroth, a yellow matchup. Robin a little work to do here. Tied in percent. DK a stock up. 57-65. DK actually has the percent advantage as well. Comes back from his poison mushroom. Robin not doing anything while he was poisoned. Grabs the super mushroom though here. Can she get the fast knockout? She needs it. She needs it now. Not quite gonna do it. DK a little too heavy. She needs everything she can get, and there's just nothing left. Not against the big ape, and he is gonna win it. Donkey Kong, red division, picking up another win for themselves. Uh-oh. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the reason that there's some lower records in the red was because there's just so many good fighters there. Pyra and Mythra and Donkey Kong now winning. Taking out one of the yellow. A blue, a green, and a yellow. One of them all going down from each division. And yeah, that's going to be the rank 4 moving up. Moving on. Either King DDD or Sephiroth is going to be next. They're going to be up against, and this is the one where you kind of have the, you know, in the event that everybody ties, this would be the one where you have the closest matchup at the rank 4 and the rank 5 out of 8 matches, 8 fighters that is. So Donkey Kong, hoping maybe Sephiroth can take DDD down, but either way, it's not going to be too easy. Both tough fighters there. But Donkey Kong, 16-4, proving that record means something, right? But great job, Robin. Even though you were 12, I mean, 12-8 was good. 7th place was great in the yellow. Getting there, Ike was knocked out of the top 8. So I mean, think about that. But she's gonna move on no farther than this. Okay, and here's one we haven't seen yet. We've seen a green fighter against blue, green against red, and here is a green against yellow. King DDD, Sephiroth. It is actually so close. Rank 5 versus rank 12, but the rank 5, 16-4, the rank 12, 12-8. It's really still not, just like DK and Robin, it's not that big of a difference. Sephiroth was ranked 6 in the yellow. So we're kind of dealing, again, it's just slightly closer in matchup than DK and Robin. Let's see if Sephiroth can prove that it's a little closer in match. Just maybe. He's already got 93 on King DDD here. And he was ranked 6 DDD, ranked 3 in the green. We had number 1, 2, 3, and 4 from the green moving on to the league playoffs. And I don't know what exactly happened there, but I guess it was that explosion from Sephiroth's, like, evil bomb things that knocked him back away, but it didn't matter because King DDD can just float. So he's back. He does grab that poison mushroom just before Seph gets it, so this is maybe a knockout. It is going to be a knockout for Sephiroth. 52% on his first. King DDD coming back with a bit of a vengeance, but can he get the damage down is going to be the question. Sephiroth, oh no, don't be caught, DDD, in that. Up a chain with the super mushroom on that while you're on that top platform. That's scary. He took 54% already. Sephiroth almost taking a percent advantage again with the stock advantage. Nice knocking back the spike ball, and he does take that percent advantage. He is destroying DDD right now. And remember, King DDD, this is one of the finalists from last season. Not only, you know, was he good last season, not only was he good this season, but he was actually in the final match against Captain Falcon last season in our promo season. But of course, Sephiroth wasn't there. And many other fighters. Sephiroth, though, being one of them. And obviously proving himself here his first time. His first season in the league. 6th place in any division seems to be pretty solid. I mean, you never know. You may lose a few matches here and there, especially with something as crazy as the mushrooms falling from the sky. He is knocked out for the second knockout of the match to tie it up, but 108 right now on DDD. It's not looking great for him. He's going to need a bunch of damage. He's got a super mushroom. That could help. That's useful. It's a little useful. Almost gets the knockout at 62% on Sephiroth. That was crazy. He loses the super mushroom. Can Sephiroth bring back the lead he had? Or is it slipping away? It might. Super mushroom knockout, 90% on Sephiroth. Here we go. Sephiroth, is he going to get upset here and go on a little bit of a rampage himself? He misses the super mushroom. DDD does not go to get it though, so that's going to help out a little bit. 58 though already on Sephiroth. DDD just trying to deal more damage. But wait, Sephiroth, I can't believe he's struggling so much now to get DDD's second stock after such a quick start he had. It's now all over for him. There it is. You got DDD's just like, hit me, come on, hit me. Let's tie it back up, let's go. DDD wants this to be close again, just so he can do this. Oh, almost. I thought he was going to finish it with one more attack there. One more hit of the combo to knock him out, but not quite. 108 on Sephiroth, though. It's definitely not good. Oh, he gets hit by that spike ball anyway. That's hilarious. Somehow. DDD runs past it. Sephiroth jumps away from him and then back into the spike ball. Poison mushroom. Here comes another spike ball. DDD, one big hit. It's not gonna land though. 47 to 128. Still not knocked out. Super mushroom on DDD. There it is. Big old spike ball. Sephiroth goes down so close. It looked so good for him in the beginning, but he's not gonna get it. And that is another yellow fighter down. 2 of 2 yellow fighters go down. 2 of 2 red fighters move on. 1 of 1 blue fighters go down. And 2 of 3 of the green so far have moved on. So 2 green go, 1 green goes down. Me Gunner, the lowest of the 4 of them, and Kazuya is left. DDD is going to be up against Donkey Kong, so DK is a little upset probably about that. Definitely wishing that it was Sephiroth over DDD, but either way, again, it's going to be tough. This one is though 16-4 versus 16-4 now. DK versus DDD. And that is going to be, and it's not they never played in the division or even in the playoffs last season, but it is an OG matchup, so that's always fun. Going to have, again, they were both here in those divisions. DK from Sporting representing the red from last season. DDD representing the green from last season. Still repping those divisions. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great one. Rank 4 versus rank 5. Awesome. Next up, our next 2 matches. All right, now Blue's going to have their second chance. Having somebody move on. Of course, Blue's definitely going to have one move because we have the Blue matchup to finish things here, Sora and Captain Falcon. Maybe Roy will be a second to go. Obviously, if all things ended up equal, it would be 2 from each division. But that's not the way we set things up. And we did it. Obviously, we did that purposely because we wanted people in the same division to have a chance if they really truly, should be in the finals together, 2 from the same division. Then we wanted it to be possible, and it is. It is possible. We'll see. At the moment, currently possible, I believe. We have a green, a red, and a green and a red so far in the top half of the bracket, if you will. Bowser versus Pyro and Mithra, our first matchup in the quarterfinals. Donkey Kong versus DDD, the second matchup. This is going to determine the first fighter of that third matchup. By the way, Donkey Kong didn't make it this far last season. He didn't make it to the quarterfinals. He lost in his first, in the second round, that is. He won the first round, lost in the second round. So yeah, good on him. Bowser made it to the quarterfinals where he is now, and then lost there. So we'll see if he can move on any farther. Number 1 last season as well, so that didn't mean anything for him then. King DDD, of course, he went the whole way to the finals, so we'll see if he can possibly repeat that. Same with Captain Falcon, yet to go. Kazuya is down to his last stock somehow already. Roy's lost 1. He's only at 43% right now, though. This is ridiculous. Kazuya has a poison mushroom. I have not been talking that long. Kazuya is ranked 2 in the green, ranked 3 overall. He's being destroyed by rank 14. Roy, 12-8, number 7 in the blue this season. 16-4 Kazuya, 12-8 Roy. This is one of the larger deficits because of that 16-4 record. There's only 2 of them. Well, I'm sorry, never mind. DK and DDD are also there. So it's the same as those, 16-4 versus 12-8. But Roy is doing a lot better than all the others did. I cannot believe he is destroying Kazuya right now. Poke. Oh, he didn't get the extra poke there. But he grabbed him with the super mushroom afterwards. Still not enough, but 136 on Kazuya's last, 91 on Roy's second. Kazuya just pulled a poison mushroom. This is ridiculous. He just got annihilated by Roy and the mushrooms. Wow. And just like that, Kazuya's reign of terror has come to an end. And he gives the slow clap to Roy. Oh, okay. Huh. He respects it, Roy. He respects your game. I can't believe that just happened. Roy, blue division, the second to last in the blue, because Palutena. Great job, Palutena. Roy, though, is gonna keep repping there, and I can't believe it. He is actually 14th place in this league playoffs. He's the third to last to move in to this spot. He's gonna move on. We only have 1 left that's below him, and in fact, I'll tell you what, the only one. So there were 2 above him, Sephiroth and Robin, who both lost already. There's 2 below him, Simon and Palutena. Palutena lost already. Simon, the only one in that bottom 5, basically left to go. To also maybe win. He's the only one that's done it so far. Incredible. Great job, Roy. And now we'll see if his efforts pay off, because it's either me Sword Fighter, rank 6 overall, and he was 15-5, rank 2 in the yellow, or it's Hero, which is rank 11, and he's more manageable, 12-8 there himself, the rank 6 in the red. So we shall see now who wins that one. I'd have to say that was also our first true upset today. Pyro and Mithra beating Gunner. That was just the 8 and 9. That's too close to call it an upset. Anything else, really, I'll call it an upset. Again, the Sora versus Captain Falcon. It's hard to call that one because Captain has that win. It's only a 1-match difference, even though it's ranked 7 versus 10. It is, again, the second closest matchup, though. I feel like we can't call that an upset if Captain Falcon wins that, but Hero just began with an immediate knockout on me Sword Fighter. 24% only on Hero. And again, we have a yellow versus a red. We had this in DK versus Robin. DK won that, the red division. This time, though, the red division is the underdog, 6 versus 11. Sword Fighter, again, he was ranked 2 in the yellow, 15-5. And Hero, ranked 6, 12-8 in the red. However, this one is a little closer because 15-5 instead of 16-4. Sword Fighter inching closer. Hero proving he's maybe not too shabby, although he's taking a ton of damage now. He's up to 80. Nice dodge, literally by jumping over the Sword Fighter there. The Super Mushroom now on the Sword Fighter. He tied up. You have 105 on Hero. Doesn't get the knockout though, Sword Fighter. Third chance for Sword Fighter for the yellow division. Somebody to win in the yellow. Still haven't seen their number one Incineroar next. Hero here could be the third of 3 red to move on. So we do have a green, a red, and a green and a red fighting in the first 2. But then we have a blue to start things off in this bottom half so far with Roy. Let's see if we can get a yellow going here. Could actually have a blue, yellow in the bottom and green, red in the top if things go that way. It's possible. Possible. Sword Fighter, Incineroar, and then that's actually all that needs to happen. If the 2 yellows win, the 2 blues face off in the last match, that would be that. If Sword Fighter can do it, we'll see. Did tie things up for a moment there. 77 on Hero's second, but he just got that knockout to take his lead back for a moment. Sword Fighter with the Super Mushroom ties it all up. 1 stock, 0%. Here we go. This is it. This is as sudden death as it gets. You lose and you're done. You have 1 life remaining in this season. This entire season comes down to this. And it's all tied up still, percent. Oh, Hero, you don't want to be above him like that. Got the Super Mushroom, though, for his troubles. And now, wait a moment. The Poison Mushroom falls to Sword Fighter, 61-62. The Poison Mushroom could be all it takes. That giant explosion missed. That would have probably been a knockout there. 61-74. Sword Fighter with the lead now. With a big lead now. 61-86. I will call that a big lead at this point in the league playoffs. That is a big lead. 69-91. Hero just doesn't make it back to the stage. He had a shot, I think, to do it, and he just completely failed there. So he deserves to lose. No, it was close. I think he was on the ropes there. It was certainly very winnable. Obviously, I mean, it was anyone's match there. But hey, that's how it goes. Sometimes you just can't make it back, and that's what happened. It happens to me, Sword Fighter, a lot, so he knows what that's like. He's gonna win though. We are gonna have blue versus yellow. Our first blue and our first yellow both win in here in the bottom half now. And that's Roy, the rank 14, versus the rank 6 me Sword Fighter now. So good luck to you, Roy, now. As we move to our last 2 matches, our last matchup to be determined for the quarterfinals. Of course, first we got everyone's favorite Fire Cat, Incineroar. Taking on Simon. Number 2 here, Incineroar. Rank 1, the only other rank 1 other than Bowser to make it into this league playoff. So 16-4. It's like all the other 16-4s. There's 4 of them up there. But again, he was the only number 1. He gets that number 2, rank 2 spot. Gives him the second easiest match, and he's gonna take advantage of that to begin things. Simon off the ropes and out of here. Incineroar 43 right now. Very tough opponent. Very, very tough opponent. Again, most of the time, I mention it a lot, most of the time, he's just eliminated himself whenever he's lost, so most fighters got to bank on that happening. He's got the Super Mushroom, not able to do a whole lot with it. Nice job by Simon there. 105, only 14 on Simon's second. He's keeping it very close. And the Poison Mushroom on Incineroar could tie this right back up. Jumps right out of the way. Pulls the Super Mushroom just before probably going back to normal size, so he's just normal now. From 22-37, he's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. This is the point where Simon really needs the knockout, and Incineroar is just happy to get any kind of damage down before losing that first stock, but he's not actually getting any damage down at all. 146 to 37. He's struggling to get any hits here. That's great for Simon. He's going to still remain in this with the Super Mushroom now. Should be able to get the knockout. There it is. 37 only on Simon. He has brought it right back. Only a little lead. A little lead. Maybe enough, though, for Incineroar. One hit, 45 now on Simon. Ooh, Simon tosses him off the stage. That was kind of close. Maybe. Super Mushroom off the other side. Simon almost knocked into it. Not quite. Again, yellow versus red here. Simon's 10 and 10, number 8 in the red. The lowest. May have been the lowest of the low if it was all 8 and above ranks that made it in, but because of Palutena, he's ranked 15 here instead. It also made it a little easier for him. He's happy about that. He might not make it back this time. No, he is not going to, and that gives Incineroar the same kind of lead he had, 29 only on that second stock, and now Simon's got a lot of work to do again. Again, he's got to do all of what he just did. Poison Mushroom barely misses Incineroar, and he's going to grab it anyway. He's going to try really hard to go grab it. And, oh, he got whipped into the Super Mushroom, so he is back to normal size. It might help him out here. The Bunny Hood falls directly onto Simon's head, or no, it fell behind him. He already had one, I guess. Simon attacking and grabs the Super Mushroom while he's attacking. That definitely fell right on his head. 61 to 55. He's kind of trying to bring it back here a little bit. He's getting some nice Super Mushrooms. He's getting some nice hits. The Poison Mushroom, will that go to Incineroar? It will not. Another nice hit, though. 103 on Incineroar on that second stock. 61 on Simon's last, though. He's taking a little bit of damage here and there. And that's bringing it close. Oh, nice Boomerang Blade. I don't think Incineroar is making it back. Nope. That is the problem with his up B. You can get him far enough away from the stage. There's no way he's coming back, and sometimes he just does that accidentally to himself. Not this time yet. He's grabbed Simon. He just lost the Super Mushroom there. Oh, and Incineroar grabs the Super Mushroom, and oh, that's going to be it. That big cat doing his volleyball pass. That'll get you. That'll get you every time. Super Mushroom helping out, too. All right, Simon, good try, dude. That was kind of close. It was kind of close. You gave it your best chance. The 16-4 record on Incineroar, it probably could have been a little better than that, because if he just didn't have such a horrible up B that basically if you didn't make it close enough to the stage, you're just going to eliminate yourself. If it wasn't for that and him flubbing a couple times in the regular season, he'd probably be much better. So yeah, not surprising, but again, good try, Simon. That is going to be a yellow moving on, and you know what that means. Oddly enough, we have 2 from every division that are going to be going, and it's going to be in the top. It's going to be Green Division Bowser versus Red Division Pyra, Red Division Donkey Kong versus Green Division King Dedede, and then down here it's going to be Blue Division Roy versus Yellow Division Sword Fighter, and then Yellow Division Incineroar versus Blue Division either Sora or Captain Falcon. That is now to be determined. Now, I'm definitely excited for this one. Can Sora get some redemption here? The higher ranked Sora, number 2 in the division, versus the number 6 Captain Falcon in the division, that is. 7th versus 10th in the league playoffs here. And Captain Falcon's Super Mushroom immediately knocks out Sora. Here we go. Poison Mushroom on Captain Falcon now. What can he do with this basically an entire stock lead? He's only at 10%. That was crazy. That was crazy. What a way to start things for him. And again, he was here last season. He was in the finals last season. He wants to get back there. He doesn't care who's in his way. He doesn't care if this person in his division was technically better than him, because he knows, for one, he has the win over him in the regular season already. So there's that. And of course, he's Captain Falcon. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's got another Super Mushroom. Sora had the size advantage for a moment. Couldn't quite take advantage of it. Captain Falcon does immediately with the poison mushroom, then also hitting Sora. He's got another super mushroom. Wow, not great for Sora here. He's getting unlucky with the mushrooms. Captain Falcon is playing really, really well. And so the combination of those two things has Sora really on his heels here. And he's got another poison mushroom. Oh no. He got the one knockout on Captain Falcon, but it is not at all looking good for the Kingdom Hearts kid. I am sad to say. Of course, either of these fighters, both strong fighters who do deserve that spot, I would say. I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased. I like Sora. Well, let's go. Let's go, Captain Falcon. Let's see if you got what it takes to finish it. Because Sora, again, obviously not an easy fighter. If he was easy, he wouldn't be in the top 8 at all. He certainly wouldn't have been number 2. Squeaking into that number 2 spot at the end of the season. He was like number 3, 4 for a lot of it. And number 2, he was only there like twice, maybe, if that. So, yeah, he just barely got in there. He's gonna tie it up in stock, okay? This is probably the closest he's been the entire time to having a chance, so 105 to 8. Not amazing, but with some mushrooms going his way this time, the end of things, perhaps he can pull it off in the end. But no, Captain Falcon, a great combo of attacks. Not gonna give him any chance to even retaliate. And Captain Falcon takes the last spot in the quarterfinals. Sorry for you, Sora. You had to go through one of the finalists from last season, even though he was in your division, and even though you were, again, technically better than him, even though he had the head-to-head victory, which makes it not as much of an upset like I was mentioning earlier. We had one true upset, Roy over Kazuya. That's definite upset. This one's kind of close to 1, I guess, but you still can't call it 1. And really, again, the 8 versus 9, the number 9 beating number 8, that really isn't much of an upset either. But still, we did have 3 that were technically the lower ranks defeating the higher ranks. And so, hey, a nice mixture, I'd say. Worked out kind of just how we would have hoped, huh? A very nice finals round 1. As we then, of course, move into the quarterfinals. That's what comes next. All right. That is that, guys. 8 rounds. Done. It's time for finals round 2. Next, tomorrow, we will be seeing the end of all of it. Everything. The quarterfinals, the semifinals, perhaps some other little things in between. And then the finals to finish. Who do you think it's going to be? We had, of course, Bowser, number 1, beating the number 16 Palutena. Pyra, number 9, over the number 8 Gunner. DK, 4, over the 13th place Robin. We had DDD, number 5, over the number 12 Sephiroth. Number 14 Roy took down the number 3 Kazuya. The number 6 Sword Fighter defeated the number 11 Hero. We had the number 2 Incineroar over the number 15 Simon. And finally, number 10 Captain Falcon again defeated the number 7 Sora. So again, I have to reiterate, out of the 8 guys left, we do have the 2 fighters that were in the finals last season with us still, King DDD and Captain Falcon. They're also in 2 different halves of the bracket, and so it can end up being DDD against Falcon again. It could. What we got then is the number 9 Bowser in that green taking on the red division's number 9 Pyra and Mithra. Well, she wasn't 9 in the red, she was 5 in the red, number 9 overall. Then we have number 4 from the red Donkey Kong taking on number 5 from the green King DDD. That's going to be a great, well, these are all going to be amazing. Roy, not Kazuya. Roy, 14th, is taking on the Mii Sword Fighter, 6th place in the yellow. Roy was in the blue, and again, you may look at that and say, well, wait a second, now it looks like Mii Sword Fighter, all of a sudden, he has the easiest match instead of number 1 Bowser, which is true, but that's just the way things happened because he had the upset. Hey, that's what happens. You could also look at it a different way and say Roy has like the easiest matchup now too, huh? Because I'd rather, if I were him, go up against Sword Fighter other than any of the other ones, other than maybe even I don't even know. Who do you want over Sword Fighter or Captain Falcon? Either of those they're both pretty much tough. So honestly, I would be fine taking Sword Fighter over pretty much anybody else. Roy's in a good spot now because of that. That's just how the bracket works, you know. That's how the bracket works. Then we have our number 2 Incineroar finally taking on that number 10 Captain Falcon. And again, it's green versus red, and then red versus green. Then we got blue versus yellow, and then yellow versus blue. So possible for one of each to make it to the top 4. Possible that it's two from two different divisions going. But what we can't have happen this season, at least this season, is the 2 finalists being in the same division. Now, again, like I mentioned, it is going to be possible. It would have been possible, just the way things fell. It's not going to happen. It could have easily happened if, I don't know, if we just had Palutena win, or Pyra and Simon, or Bowser and Kazuya would have been the most obvious one, probably, to have happened. The easiest thing to have happened would have been Bowser number 1 versus Kazuya number 3. They would have been in different parts of the bracket there, so. But yeah, it's not going to happen. It's going to be something else. Yeah, again, let me know who you think it's going to be. It's crazy. Again, who we had eliminated was that number 2 in his division. That's number 3 Kazuya. That would be the number 7 Sora, number 2 in his division in the blue. Gunner at number 8, 4 in his green division. Then we had Hero, number 11 from the red, 12 and 8 eliminated. Sephiroth, number 12, Robin, number 13, and we had the last 2, 15 and 16, Simon and Palutena, also go down. So a lot of the lower the lower ranks, that is, but again, we had those few upsets that the lowest ones being our rank 14, our rank 10, and our rank 9. And if you're looking for an underdog to root for, Roy, by far, would be the underdog. He has the lowest record by far, 12 and 8. The only 12 and 8 left. Everyone else is 14 and 6 or better. In fact, there's 2 14 and 6. There's a 15 and 5, 3 16 and 4s, and then the 18 and 2 Bowser. So other than those guys, it's the 12 and 8 Roy, way down there. But hey, he's got as much hope, right, as everybody else. Maybe even a little more, because he's got a slightly easier one than some people, like Pyra and Mythra, have to take on Bowser. Captain Falcon's got to take on Incineroar. Donkey Kong and DDD have to fight each other, so it's like, I feel like if I were Sword Fighter or Roy, I feel like I would like to be in that matchup. That's like the most comfortable one to be in, probably. DK and DDD probably also slightly comfortable, just because they're so close in record that they know they both have a chance. And of course, as we look at the two farthest away, Bowser and Incineroar, both feeling great about their matchups. Maybe less so Incineroar, because Captain Falcon is just so scary, even if he was ranked 10 in the league, ranked 6 in his division. But that's it, guys. Those 4 matches to come tomorrow, followed by the semifinal rounds, followed by the final. Hope to see you for that as we come to the very end of our Season 1 in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. I'm Randy with Nerds Templar. Like, subscribe. Peace.